Okay guys, we have made it to the last tutorial. I really went in depth in all the tutorials that have to do with this swap. You know, Obviously we all had different things, but I just want to show you kind of what was expected of the Fall-oween loaded pocket or stuffed pocket swap. It's been so much fun. I'm a little sad that I'm just like wrapping it up because I'm like, oh, this is so cute. And of course we're going to package it up and finish all that kind of stuff today, but I don't know. Well, some of the items I'm sure are still available, wherever I got them from. So I'll have those linked in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Otherwise, obviously I would hope that you have most of these things that you're just gonna, excuse me. The whole point of this kind of thing is that we share what we have. So hopefully you have a lot of things already and you're just kind of putting them together in a cohesive and fun way. I know some people are going more fall and some people are going more, like scary kind of Halloween, and some people are doing something in between. Like I have a little bit kind of more fun and sweet Halloween. Whatever you want to do for Fall-oween, fall, Halloween, related is great. So it'll be really a lot of fun. I'm gonna put this to the side for a moment. So in today's videos, actually in the last few videos, that's what I was gonna say. I renamed them because the signups are closed. I think I have 40 participants, 41, 42. I know it was 40 and I was like, okay, that's it. Right. So, and then myself. So that's all full. And so I just renamed the videos instead of having like sign up or those kind of words. I took those words out so I can actually have a YouTube title that fits. And so this is part 1, part 2, part 3. This is part 4. So please make sure to watch all the videos if you are in the swap, especially the pocket construction. It has to be, this pocket. It has to be this one. This time around, like I said, maybe next time I'll open it up, but to interpretation. But for now, it has to be this pocket. Obviously, you're going to decorate it however you want. Stuff it with the items that are the minimal amount of items, right? That are their basic requirements. And then everything else is just fun and extra. But, so we've already done the memo pad, the alternate memo pad. We did our tag, we did our die cuts, we did our glitter mix. What else do I have in here? I showed you how to make a rosette, like how I would do it from scratch. Again, if you have dies, you do the same thing. You just run it through and then you start up and down, up and down, up and down, and then glue them, basically the same process as we did the rosette. And then I already did my one embellishment that's extra on top of just, decorating your pocket. So I did a dangle, but I also added like a bow and things like that. So today we're going to package it all up, finish up the 3 bows or 3 rosettes, whatever it is that you want to do for that, or a mixture of the both of them, right? If you want to do 2 bows and a rosette. Either way, package them kind of the way I'm showing you so that they're presented easier. Honestly, if I had die cuts like this, I would love a clear bag. I don't have it. I probably will order them or grab some. I have some, I know I have some out with the things that I keep for whenever I sell things on Store Envy. Sometimes I have like little clear bags. I just didn't go get them. So I'll probably switch this out to a clear bag just so it's easier to see. I know I had mentioned please don't put things like in baggies, and I mean like Ziploc bag. I know there's baggies like at the Dollar Tree that have like cute little decorations on them for like Halloween or fall. Yeah, those are great. Don't be intimidated by that. And again, I'm probably going to leave mostly everything open like this. If you want to package up your little like memo pad in another little plastic bag because you like that look, that's up to you. I am going to package this one in another plastic bag because I don't want it to explode all over the place. So today we're going to do all that kind of stuff, wrap it all up. And basically I have these bags from Daiso, and actually I was looking for my pretzel bags because this would totally fit in a pretzel treat bag. I don't know where they are, so I just want to get this done. But see, this one's a little bit big. What I would do is just fold it over. I'm not going to fret over that, and I'm still going to, tie it up and make it look cute. Put a little something on there, a little something cute. So we'll talk about that when we get there in just a little bit. So yesterday I didn't do my bows because I was waiting for some dies to come in from Amazon, and I'm not gonna lie, these are just Amazon whatever, I don't know, off-brand dies. So I'm not really gonna show them because I'm not interested in being, suspended or terminated or whatever in case some other companies I don't know, some people will tell me like KF's Crafts does their own designs and like these other kind of lower costing dies. I don't know that, and I'm not going to go through that again. So what I'm gonna do, the dies that I just picked up, I'm gonna link the Amazon link to like bow dies, so that you know what I'm talking about. Because what I was trying to impress upon people is it needs to be the kind that you kind of create like a 3D bow. I know I had shown you guys that little Fisker's punch. Actually, I have it behind me here, but that one's really tiny. So the bow has to be at least 1 inch or larger, and same thing with the rosette, 1 inch or larger, and that's all written in the guidelines. Just really have fun with it. I mean, the whole point of this is just like really deck it out. I was going to bring out some vinyl, but then I thought, well, I don't want to scare people thinking they have to use vinyl or all these other funky things. So I'm just going to use papers. having said that, where is it? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna use a paper pad that I showed in the last video or whenever it was. Yeah, no, in the memo pad video. It's the Craft Consortium Happy Haunting, which is in stock on Ecstasy Crafts. It was like sold out everywhere, like so fast, and they have it, but they only have like 30 of this one and 25 of, you know, the 6x6 or the 12x12. So I will link those because they are cute papers. But that's what I'm gonna use today. Just a mix and match of those. I had mentioned I just did a Dollar Tree haul that I couldn't find any of these kind of stickers at my Dollar Tree, and then when I went to look for my heavy duty Dremel, because I'm like, hey, if I'm gonna keep doing this kind of stuff, I need my actual what's this thing called? Hot glue gun from a long time ago. I mean, this thing, boom, it has its own like little stand there that you can pop out. I mean, it's amazing. I think it even has extra bits, and they're probably out there because I think this unscrews. But right now I have kind of like a finer bit on there. I love this thing, and it takes the really, really chunky glues, which I also picked up today at the Dollar Tree. So when I went out there, lo and behold, there was a bag of just stuff for my Halloween. I'm like, hey! So I'll probably do some little paper clippies or something cute with this just to, or maybe, you know, finish off, you know, either way, we're going to use this for fun things. I have a bunch of other little things to kind of finish off my little pocket. But since these dies for these bows are just a bunch of random ones in one set, what I'm going to do is cut them all out and see what I prefer to use, and then I'll go from there. So I will be right back. Funny, I didn't bother taking the dies apart. I just ran them through the way they were like stuck together, because you know how sometimes dies come and they're stuck together and you have to kind of undo them. Like this one even had a little something there. This one cut this strip out of the center because I didn't pop it out, so obviously this isn't meant to be this way, but I guess you could do that. And then this one had these guys, and I'm like, you know what, that's actually kind of cute. maybe I'll leave it that way forever. Oh, the other thing is, what's good about this is it's showing you different types. So I know it's hard to imagine sometimes when you're looking at bows and you're like, what is this? Or like the ones that are just going straight out or something weird. So basically what you're going to do, and I like to kind of, this is some stiffer paper and I meant to get something thinner, but so it's totally creasing on me. But this one, all you do is bring it around like this and bring it around like this, and it has that cute little bow. It has like the 4 sides. This one happens to have this little dot center, which is very cute, and then this wraps around, and it can be that simple. If you want a bow that's just something like that. Let me get a little bit closer. So I'll talk about these different types just so you can kind of see. But it also has this, which is exactly what I want to use. I think this is so cute. So we have that piece, and then this piece goes on top, right? And again, we're gluing in the back, but I'm just kind of showing you a little something. That is a really cute bow. And this one happened to have little wings too, so if you want to do that, or do the wings instead, or place the wings inside, you know, I would either sandwich them between those two. I'll just take it apart so to show you what I mean. I would put it here. Now you have wings and the back one, or I would put it behind, or you can just go with this. You know, it's whatever you want, and then the top part. Really cute. I don't think I need wings today, but I wanted to see what this shape looked like because I really like that, but actually I like that bow. This one, much more simple, and if you're thinking you don't have any bow dies and you're in the swap, maybe you have the Diamond Press gift bag set, the first Christmas one I think from like last year. It has a bow die in there, very similar to this kind of thing, you know, where you kind of lay it over. So basically what I do is I match up these ends. What I'm saying is so that they kind of go together. So again, I would have angled that a little better, but there's that one. So this one is obviously bigger. That's the back of this one. It really covers it up a lot. That's kind of odd. I don't know if I like that, but I guess if it's puffed up like this, you know, this is paper's crumbling on me really bad. You can see the background better. This one has little wings. Again, you can pop them back there. It's really hard to see. I don't even think I would waste my time with that. But maybe you want to pop it on this one. You know, all these things you can kind of mix and match. You have that, or maybe just this. Again, whatever fits, right? But this is this one, and then it has this big strip that helps you cover it up, and it goes around. So imagine putting glue, you glue it down. I'm going to obviously choose one set or whatever it is I want to do, and I'm probably going to make them all the same with different colorways, different things. So that would be something like that, right? Okay, I'm sorry. They're getting a little thrashed here. Well, you can even match those up together too if you wanted something different, but that's odd. Okay, so there's that. Then these guys, same thing. You just kind of fold them over. If you want to just completely flatten them and you think that's what you want, go ahead. Generally, you keep them puffy, but if you want to just flatten them out, that's up to you. whatever your style is. On this one, it actually has layers of ears. And again, you'll find things like this all over the place. So let's say it had those little ears. This one to me looks more like bunny ears. I don't know. I think the picture was like straight up and down. Or it looked more like cat ears. I'm like, this is, you can already tell the shape of it. I wasn't going to make cat ears. I mean, this is really more bunny-like to me. This guy, again, would be the same thing. It would go like this. So that's kind of how you play with these kind of dies. You can layer these guys up together. That would have been cute, right? Especially if they're puffy. And then they have their little strip. Oh, this one doesn't have like a background piece. You know what I'm saying? I guess it would be that if you want. And then it has the unicorn. So it's like unicorn ears, bunny ears. I don't even know if they're bunny. Maybe deer. But yeah, they're definitely unicorn related, obviously. But again, you want to switch these out with other things. You can put this one together on top of something like this, or just this guy on top of there, or just this guy. And you can mix and match. Of course, it depends on what you have and what you purchased, right? So what I'm going to do is grab my paper, which I'm going to use Happy Hunting. I think I'm going to use some black paper along with it. And we'll go from there. Okay, I'll be right back. So I'm going to mix and match some of the dies that I have here. So for the very base pieces, I'm going to cut out of black paper the base, and then the little strip that goes in the center. So out of black paper, out of green paper, and these are all heavyweight papers, and out of this glitter paper, which I think should cut nicely because these are very basic shapes. This glitter was kind of a pain to work with. It was some Crafters Companion paper, and I don't know what's going on. But what I'm going to do is go through here and pick out some papers. Like I would really love to see... Oh, I already have some here too. Oh, that's interesting. So we can think about which way you want to cut it, like this direction. Like if I paired this up with the black, and then on top of that for this layer, another fun, you know, pattern. Oh, look at this one. The little bats. And it has embossing. That's cute. So like this one from this one from this, just to make it like extra crazy. And then I'll pick out other colors for the other ones. So I'll just get to it. So I have my different pieces for the different bows. I'm going to turn this guy on. I have it plugged in. Very fancy. It's off right now. It can go to low. And it can be on high. I'm going to go high because, I don't know, why not? So there's that. And I usually use regular glue, but I figure I'm going to be doing a lot of hot gluing. Might as well just get started. So we have those are going to be that guy. This guy has glitter base, glitter little middle part, and then these colors are really wild. And then this guy has green base and green top part. And I've already cut 2 of each just so I have them ready, and I'll do them all today. And those guys and this guy will be on top. So let me just let this warm up. And while it's warming up and I'm here, I think I'm probably going to make some kind of paper clips. Let me grab some paper clips. So I have some fun color paper clips, but they're not Halloween enough, you know, like if this was darker purple or something, that'd be cute. So I'm just going to use some basic ones. I usually go for a little bit smaller, but this is just something that I can kind of put here and there. But the reason I'm showing you this is because, let's say we're going to use like this guy. It's a sticker. And that sticker is definitely going to like fall apart after a minute. So what I want to do is I'm going to stick this to like good paper, like a really sturdy paper like this. And I can just trace it right now, like with my hand holding it, because it's a very basic. Let me show you what I mean. Or I can take the back off it. The thing is I want to sandwich it in between this sticker and this, so I don't want to glue it down quite yet. So all I'm going to do is go around like this and get pretty darn close, right? I mean, there's other ways of doing this, obviously. Also, I would generally use smaller scissors. I don't know why I busted out the biggest scissors I have. So while that's warming up, I'm going to take a moment to do this, because then I'm going to take the back off the sticker, and then I'm going to sandwich the paper clip in between the sticker and the hat. And again, this is just something cute to add to my swap. You do not have to do that. Well, you do have to add one embellishment, right? At least one, which can be an altered paper clip, dangle like we showed, rosettes, whatever, at least one extra cute thing. So basically that's what I'm going to do. Again, I could take this and basically copy it to make another one. But this, I'm sure this is still warming up, right? Yeah, it's okay. All I'm going to do is take the back off of this, sandwich it like that with a paper clip, and that way it stays sturdier and looks nicer, right? Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, So I do not recall if this would just let glue out, so we'll have to check on that, and that might be a little issue, and maybe that's why I stopped using it. I remember it being really great, but like, that's not wonderful. It's also because I squeezed it probably, but we'll keep an eye on that. Kind of odd. It's so funny because like it wants to lean the way it does. It's set up that way. I don't know if you can see that. Like, it's ready to go. Okay. Alright, well let's just start with one of these guys. And I'll take a set of everything that I need for what I want to do. And again, we have this pretty little paper, and like I said, I like to kind of get it rounded. I don't want to squish mine, so I'm just giving them a little rounding. If you want to spray it with water, you probably could do that. I don't think it's all that necessary. And again, I want to see, were these perfectly down the center? Yeah, it does. It goes right into the center. So I'm just going to get like a little bit of glue. I don't want to put too much hot glue because I don't want it to be all bulky. But I'm going to hold that down. And again, you know, just look at your dies. I know a lot of times they don't come with instructions, so you're like, huh. But once you start working with these kind of bow dies, you kind of have an idea. If it needs to be centered, like these guys, sometimes it'll be, oh, okay, one's on the left and one's on the right, but you leave a gap. Like they meet up instead of overlapping, like these are overlapping. So, you know, there's different, just depends on the design. So we have that. I think that can be let go. And now we have this guy. And again, I'm just trying to get it ready, because if we don't do that, it's really going to crease. Like earlier, I didn't care much about this. This paper is a little bit, it's thicker than layering weight, but it's not as thick as that cardstock that I initially used to try this out. And again, on this one, see, I can feel he's already wanting to buckle on me, so I'm just going to give him some rounding as I go. Yeah, Dremel, what are you doing? It's just letting hot glue out. Or maybe I should put it on low. You guys ever pay attention to the type of glue you put in your things? And this one is like low temp or whatever, and I don't know, I just put it on high, but maybe I should put it on low. Okay. So I'm going to hold that there. And this one, again, they overlap. They don't just meet in the center like this. They overlap. Here's some weird little bird out there. Sounds like a fire alarm. Well, not fire alarm. What's that thing called? Fire detector. Smoke detector. Smoke alarm. What do you call it? All of those words. Okay, so we put this guy here, and this guy's going to go in the middle, and then that guy's going to go around everything. So I do generally stick them down as I go. So like I'll do this one, put this guy on there. Just try to meet them up as well as I can so it's centered, right? Nice and straight. As you can see, as I said, if it's rounded, you can still see the background. It's just not super obvious. Oh, I was going to mention, Cricut does have some designs for bows. I know on the Anna Griffin cartridges, which I had bought, but I think they're free in access. She has a ton of 3D bows on there, and it'll be pieces like this. And if you can pair that up with like a bat wing or something, that'd be really cute. Oh, or like maybe a quarter of, what's it called? A spider web? Even if you have a full spider web, like the one from the shaker kit from Diamond Press, and you cut it in quarters, you can tuck it in like this so it kind of comes out. I think that'd be really cute. I mean, there's lots of things. Add some tulle. Yeah, it's not coming out as much right now as it did seconds ago, but okay. This guy, definitely, this paper has a direction, so I'm paying attention to that. Making sure that that I have it facing the right way. But I guess if you had to switch it like this, it depends on your papers, right? If this one had a direction and this one has a direction, well, then obviously you need to pair them up the right way. But if it was upside down, I can just do it like this and it wouldn't be a big deal. Okay, and that's it for that one, other than the little middle strap. This strap is kind of big, so it kind of scares me, because like, how am I going to get this around here? Maybe I should cut the smaller ones, but I already cut them all this size, so oh well. Yeah, wow. Okay, so I'm going to crease that over like that, and then this one. Oh my goodness, but that's okay, because I think I'm going to put something in the middle anyway, at least that's what I wanted to do. The only thing is I don't have the thing I want to put in the middle yet. I've been keeping an eye out for like little, see how that whole space is just not taken up? Kind of weird. Yeah, I don't want to mess with the paper too much, so I'm just going to leave it. Okay, this time I do need a little A little push. Oh, come on, buddy. I got a little bit messy. I'm gonna hold that one down. I always clean up the extra little strips afterwards, and I say that on camera and I show you guys. It's better if you wait, because otherwise you're gonna keep pulling glue every time. Let me see how this one looks. Yeah, okay. And I'm not putting it really tightly because I don't want to crease anything. If you're doing felt or fabric with these, then that's not a problem. But I need it to be like this, like the 3D thing. I know we can make finger bows out of ribbon. I was asking people not to do that because the point is to do this kind of thing. Or like just yarn bows or something. No, it needs to be something like this. 3D in this way, okay? And then the rosettes, of course, the rosettes are super easy. Well, they're easy for me now. It did take a little practice. Oh, okay. So I'm going to sit here and create the rest of my little 3D bows, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I got these all done and I'm ready to put them on a carrier or something like that. And I'm just kind of bending them in the center because that's really, I want that a little bit lower than the rest of them. And I have this paper, and it's not the thickest paper, it's from that same Zodiac paper I used initially. And I'm just gonna put these guys like on a strip like this, and you can, you know, punch it with like, I know I have a tag punch and that might work, you know. Let me see, these are about 2.5 inches wide. If I did 3 inches, so let me cut my paper 3 inches wide, and excuse me, and let me see, 2, 4, 6, 7, maybe 7.5 inches long. So 2, what did I say, 3 by 7.5. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna do a very basic thing. Probably put this, you know, if you want to put them in a sleeve or not, or package them however you like. I'm just gonna put them like this. But what I'm going to do is take a little bit of dimensional adhesive. So this foam, you know, that way the person can still use it. They can take it off pretty easily too if they don't want that on their bow, right? But it's helping me attach this to there, so hopefully it'll stay. And then I'm going to put a little hot glue on this side, so hopefully when the person takes it off, the hot glue keeps the little wrapper down, and then they can still, you know, use the bow. So I'm going to put it like right here. And I'm going to do the same thing for all 3 of them, okay? And you can do your rosette however you want. You know, generally you want to place it in a way that the person can remove it easily and use it, right? So that's pretty good because of the height of the foam. It just has it stick really nicely. So I'll do the same thing with the other 2. I have those on there and they're mounted and they are ready to go. So those are my 3 bows. I'm sorry, it's a little bit claustrophobic, isn't it? A lot going on. I have these. I'm going to finish these up because I figure if I take time to do this, it's just more time the video is going to take to get uploaded. So I'll obviously work on these in a little bit. And I did want to show you what I was going to do with these little guys again, the little paper clips. I figured, you know, we can still add a little something extra. So I have this little piece of, I don't know, tool that I had used yesterday. And what I'm going to do is just kind of scrunch this up. And if I can stick it down right here, I will. As flat as I can. Just a little something extra to make these more fun. Okay, so you have that, and I'm going to take the sticker backing off just because I don't want it to be something later that makes it easy to just peel off, right? So what I'm going to do right now is put some hot glue at the very top, just at the very top of the hat, match it up, so I have hot glue there. It's a very sticky sticker, I will tell you that. Whatever stick to my finger is like completely sticking. And then we're going to put some hot glue down here and work kind of quickly. I just realized I've been using my left hand to put glue down, and I am not left-handed, so let's see what happens when I actually use the right side. So I put that, and get this guy going. Something like that. Okay, and I'll do the same thing with the other one. Cute, just a little embellishment. Before I wrap it up, I was going to use these bats. I think I still need my hot glue gun, but I was like, I don't like that they're oriented the way they are, and I had gotten these at the dollar store, but this one fell off already, so I was like, huh, maybe I can orient it a better way. Because if I use the clippy this way, I want the bat to face up, and the way they were sold is like this. I don't even know where this was, to be honest. Maybe that was on there like that. Probably, huh? Well, I don't like that. So, now that we have a different way, I'm trying to see if this would shove in there. Okay, maybe I'm going to cut that piece off. Ugh, I should use my Tim Holtz scissors, but that's okay. I'm going to cut that off and see if this will go back in here. Does it go in there? Either way, I can just glue it down. That's what I'm going to do. So, let's put some hot glue. I may or may not use this. I don't know. I have a little idea that I think might be fun. Of something to add, just an extra like little gift. But it also looks like a decoration, so we will try that. Hopefully that'll work out for me. But I'm gonna hold this, I'll be back. So the other thing we're gonna do in this video is package things up and start like making it cute. I have a ton of things I bought and hopefully I don't forget something. I was kind of looking about packaging this or not. I don't really have anything that's perfect, but I have these 5x7 sleeves that I got on Amazon, and I think that'll be okay for now. So I think I'm gonna use these and then put some kind of topper on it, right? And I'll have to figure out what that's gonna be. I went out to my stash and I have a ton of, like, I'm just gonna fold that over for now. I might have to do something different. Maybe put a little piece of washi there to keep that flat. But either way, something like that, okay? You do not have to poly bag them. It's nicer because it keeps them on there and they look nice, but whatever you like. I have a ton of Daiso bags, and interesting enough, I found these little guys, which would probably be better for, oh, let's put this over here. For this guy, so that way we can see the die cuts that are in there. I don't know. This one does have a gusset, so I have some that don't have gussets or whatever, you know. So let's take these guys out. But if you only have glassine bags and that's what you have, don't worry about it. I just know that I have a ton of bags from Daiso, so I was like, you know what, might as well bring those out. Actually, let me get these guys out and transfer it over, and hopefully I don't leave anything in there. It looks good. Oh, you know what? We can put a little, let me put a little background paper too, just to make it look cute inside. So I'm going to measure this. Again, this is specific to my swap because this is what I have, but you might do something different, have a different measurement and all that. So, you know, this little bag is 3.5 inches wide, and maybe let's make it 1, 2, 3.5 inches tall. A 3.5 inch, just smaller of that square, and I'll be right back. Okay, and this paper is just the reverse of the other paper, so I can put that piece of paper in there. If I do, I'll put it this way because it's kind of weird since it's kind of off, you know. So let's put it this way. Should we put it all together? And again, that's just another cute little thing to do. Oh, these little witches. So after I did my video, I noticed that Impression Obsession still has some of these things in stock, like the little lanterns and all that. So I'll link them again this time, but obviously for the swap, it'd be too late. But if it's something you're interested in just having, I'll have the links there for you. So I'm going to slide this in here very carefully in front of the gusset, since this bag is gusseted. At least that's what I'm going to try to do. And I'll be right back. I'm just going to slide this over this gusset area. And again, we're starting to decorate, and that's pretty much where I got these back clips. Again, they are dropping a lot of glitter. I might try to shake them off as much as I can so that glitter's not just going to go all over the place. And I'm just going to clip that on there. And that is that. He's a little bit crooked. So funny. So when I looked at it, it was originally, that little piece of metal was in that hole that I was trying to get it in, but for whatever reason it wouldn't go in the second time. Okay, so this guy, I am going to put just a little thing on top. Some of this stuff I might still leave not decorated or the way I would want to, because I wanted to get, like, these were in the Michaels section as far as their Halloween stuff. But I wanted orange and black ones. They just weren't available yet. And I don't think I have any in my stash. At least I didn't find any. I want a big purple one. So let me find a big purple one. I think that would be the cutest. Or even green. So they have these there more like Day of the Dead kind of colors. But I kind of went a different way. I would have loved a Day of the Dead swap. Oh, maybe next year that's what I'll do. The swap itself. Anyway. Okay, so I'm putting that, and I did turn down the hot glue to low, and now it's not really dripping as much, so, well, you know, it's been a while. I'm just putting a little something on there. Cute. Okay, and then this guy, when I close it up, I'm going to put some kind of tie around here, so I'm just going to pop this in here. Again, this is the smallest bag that I have of this type. but definitely if you had like those pretzel bags, that would fit really well. So I'm going to tie this with something, maybe just some ribbon, and I'll be right back. So I'm kind of just putting things back in here. Let me move this out of the way. And this little guy, okay, so all I did was put in that 5x7 sleeve. I tucked it back, and I actually put some hot glue to close it at the top, so it probably doesn't look super wonderful, but that's okay. And then I have this piece left over from yesterday of some tulle that I had cut, you know, on the other side. So this little strip, I'm going to take a little page from my days of bow making, and I'm just going to scrunch this up, and it probably is too much, but that's okay. So I'm going to put that there. And it's just something I'm going to put on that little package just to make it cute. But, of course, whatever you like to do, however much embellishment you like to do is great. But what we used to do is we'll take something like this. Now you can take a needle and thread and run up the whole thing, or you can just gather, 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 gather. And this is just making a little something I'm going to put this little spider on. And go to the middle, leave yourself some thread. I know it's hard to see, but I'm just kind of holding this here. Hold on. Right down the middle. Or wherever. And just start going round and around and around. You don't even have to sew it, because by the time you do it so much, it just stays, and then I'm going to hot glue it anyway. So, like, let's just say there. Now, you can tie these two ends, I guess, since the two ends are still there, but it should just, theoretically, just stay. See? And it's just something to do. So, I'm going to clean that up just a little bit. I'm going to take one of my rings and take the back off it like I've done in other videos. Just clip off the back and I'll be right back. This is just something to stick on here to give it some decoration. So what I can do is put some hot glue on the back of this guy. I'll tell you that low setting is very low. And I'm just sticking that on there. Someone tried to call me, I suppose. And then I'm just going to stick this here. So again, it's hot glue. We have plastic, obviously. But I think it's fun. Okay, I'm going to hold that down and see who called me. I'll be right back. Hey. My goodness, I just saw on the TV that Hurricane Ian has hit landfall at a Category 4, which is not good. I hope you guys are all safe out there. Yeah, I'm going to put this over here. We'll, you know, if it doesn't arrange quite right, I'll make some adjustments. My little tag, again, I don't need to wrap him, I don't think. I'll pop that little guy in there, and we'll see how it goes. I'm trying not to squish my bows, that's the most important thing for me. But here we have this little guy, and again, this pocket was basically created for your little memo pad. So I'll pop that in there. You can make it, you know, stick out so you can see it more or whatever it is you want to do. And then our die cuts, and again I have that big clippy on there, so if anything, what's nice about die cuts is that they are flat, so they can just go in there and not be a bother to anything. And again, it's covering up quite a bit here. Actually, maybe we'll stick this guy out right there. And then I had made this as a decoration, and if I had known where I was going to put this, I would have put the cut side up in here so you don't see it, because then this side's nice and flat, but, you know, I don't know if I'm going to put it in here. Again, you know, it's straw size, whatever that means as far as like the height of it. Let's see, what if we put this guy kind of... This stuff will probably move around also as you ship it, so don't worry about it. I would just arrange it better, as well as you like, you know. I mean, this guy can even go down in here. I'm going to put him up there, and I'm going to cut it, and unfortunately, hopefully it doesn't get too bent. Not too bad. Okay. Because again, we are thinking about, we have to put this in packaging. And that little spooky guy's kind of sticking out there. I have this little paper clip I can pop somewhere. It's like almost like the same as the hat. You can hang things off the side. Again, this is just extra. I don't know that I even need to have this. But since it's here, I feel like it needs to go like in here. So I can just tuck that in right there. And another little green puff. Oh my gosh, you guys. I think that is it. Now, I do have to make my second one to finish it up, but I will do that right now too, so that they're done. And let's see. Okay. So I have sleeves like this one. And I usually link this whenever I have swaps. And the only thing this has that top piece, again, you can just cut that off, you know, instead of putting it over like this. But I also have bags from Daiso. Tons of bags. So like this one's cool. This one actually has no gusset. This one is a little bit smaller, but it has a gusset, but I think it's too small for this purpose. So maybe I'll use this one. We'll see how it goes. And if you want to, again, cover the back, you can do that. You don't have to. You can put a little place card, a name card or whatever, or include a card if that's what you want. Oh my gosh, you guys. I hope I didn't forget anything. Is that everything? I hope so. All the requirements. And then, of course, plus some. You know, I added, obviously, extras. But that's pretty much what you want for the loaded pocket to be spectacular. Please use the best papers that you have, especially for the pocket, because it makes a difference on how it feels and how it looks, okay? And I'm not saying, like, oh, the pattern paper has to be, you know, just right. What I'm talking about is the actual, like, the black cardstock in here that I used to make the pocket base. You can feel when it's, like, really inexpensive and thin, you know? So just use your best paper that you have. And so, okay, see, I might go with a bigger bag because I wanted to put something on the very top and I want it to stick out. Let me see in my bags and see what else I have. Again, this can't be too big because we need to put it also in the flat rate padded mailer. So let me do some adjustments and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I think we're gonna be okay. So again, you don't want to overstuff the thing so that you're not, you know, you're taking up too much space. So obviously if mine was here, the other one is here, that's fine. It has space, it has room. I just put my little guy down further because it was kind of sticking up. And if I just tie this, I think I'm gonna use a little, oh, I have so many ideas, you guys. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to just tie it. Hold on. I had picked up all this stuff because I figured I could just put it in there to look really cute, but I don't even know. I might be able to style it. I mean, basically with this kind of thing, I would just take this off and put it in there somehow, right? But then, do we really need it? We don't really need it, you know what I'm saying? I could probably put it down here at the bottom. Let's see. So if it just gets in the way, then there's no point. I don't know. It's cute, but it does cover up quite a bit of stuff. I like this. But I still haven't packaged up my other swap, so maybe I'll use it then for the case. But I had picked this up. You guys remember? And I said I was going to take it apart and basically use this, these tassels, because I think that's really cute. So what I want to see is what they did here. So we're going to take this off. I already turned off my hot glue gun here. Let's find scissors that are a little sharper. It looks like these don't just completely double over though. It looks like there might be one piece, at least on some of them. That's very good. This is what I want to do. Take this off of here. And I want these guys, not so much this other stuff. Let's just pull that off. Yeah, we can use that for something else. Okay. Let me see. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, so they have one that's just like that. Look at that. I mean, I can put that on there just like that. I was hoping I could get... That is so funny. Oh, I wonder if I can switch these guys out. Maybe not, because this one has two black and this one has a green and black, which I prefer. What I'm going to do is stick this on here. I guess I could tie it to there, but for right now, you guys, we're just having fun. I don't know. I'm going to put this on here, put that there. I don't want anything inside the bag to get hurt because of what I do out here, right? Especially when I go to package it, to put it in the envelope. So whatever I put out here, I want it to be something that can be easily squished and not be a big deal. So I'm going to tighten that up a good amount. Tie that on. Okay, so we have that. I know, guys, I have a lot going on here. If I use this, again, I just picked this up at the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to clip it into the bow. Oh my gosh, I know it's harder to see everything that's in there, but that's really fun. Oh my goodness. And then, actually, before I do all that, I had another idea. I don't know if this is going to work out, but we can try it, and if it's not for this swap, that's fine. So I just had an idea. You know how, if you buy a belt, those kind that you weave one side in, weave it out, and you put it back, and you pull it tight, and it holds on to things? I was like, what if we do that, but hold on to ribbon pieces? Like, what I was thinking, and the reason this popped in my head, is I was thinking about doing like a little ribbon tassel. You know, you can tie it around, and then I thought, well, what if we made it so that the person can then take it off and use the ribbon, right? So I have all these pretty ribbons. And this is just extra. Again, you don't have to do this. I just have a lot of pretty stuff here, and I thought, why don't we use some of these things? So like if I pull this one out, maybe some, just this purple. I like this one because it does have doubles of each one, or at least it seems like it does. Maybe something like that. Let's see. Oh, there's some thick ones in here. Maybe this orange one, I don't know. And also I don't even know how much to put so that doesn't look ridiculous, but that people can still use it. I was thinking about 18 inches, but I think 12 is going to be better. Because if I double it over, what is this? How much is this? Oh, maybe. Okay, let's do 18. So I'm going to cut these down to 18 inches, which is basically halfway because I think these are 1 yard each. And I'll be right back. So I hope this makes sense. I was just kind of thinking how we fasten like D-rings, but this is going to be different than that. So we're going to take and go right to the middle of one of these. And since this is a thing, you can just open it. But if you want to string them through, obviously you can just string them through. Just easier for me to do that. And fold it over. Now generally with D-rings, it's like you go through the one, go through the other, come back, and then tighten it or whatever else. But with this one, what I'm going to do is then take this and also put them all through this guy. And again, I'm going to open it. But if you only have like rings, you can just do this a different way. And then I'm going to bring this back up. So basically, that one is in the middle. This guy's just around everything. This I'm going to stick back in through here. This is not going to be pretty, I'll say that much. And this is just an idea to keep it fastened without putting knots in it. So hopefully it doesn't get all kinked up. That's what I'm trying to avoid. And that's why I'm doing this than something else. So we just put it all the way through. And now from this one, I can shove it back through this guy. And I know that seems all confusing, but I'm sorry. Just something I thought we could try. So now that everything's through there, you're going to just bring it back up into this one. And all you do is kind of loop it around without tying a knot. I mean, that's all I was trying to avoid. If you want to try a knot and just make it a tassel, of course you can definitely do that. So we have that. And you can straighten it out if you want. I don't know. And I don't know if I want this side or this side showing. I guess probably this side. You can kind of arrange it a little cuter. And let's unclip this thing. And again, this is just something else I just decided to add because that way the person can use it. There's the clippy here. And then the moment of truth would be to make sure that all this stuff can go in there really easily. I might still put this above it, I don't know. Maybe I should. Oh, you know what? Haha! Since this is a book ring, I can just kind of go like this and open it up and get it underneath these other guys because I'd rather it be there than on top of. And I guess the person can also use the book rings. And so now I can clip this to anything. And I have that, and all this little decoration that's actually usable. And just again, just know whenever we put this to swap it out, I'm going to have to squish this down to get it into the envelope. So just give it a test. If it seems like too much and you're like, okay, that's too much stuff, take something away, right? Because you don't want the swap itself to get squished. But I do work with it. I will get this in here. I mean, this flower's going to be no worse for the wear. It's just a little flower that's on there. But I will work with it as much as I can to help you guys get that in there. But let me make sure, and if it seems like it's getting damaged, I will not do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll take something off. It's like Coco Chanel. You have to remove one layer. So let me get that going. Yeah, I think, you know what? I don't want to squish it anymore. Everything looks okay, though. I don't know. I might bring this down lower somehow. Okay, so I was able to get it in there. I do not know that I want to force that so much. So I'll probably rethink this guy. Maybe put a smaller flower or something else. Something completely different. Or just leave this guy on top, right? Or, oh, I have two of these bows. Do this one. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. All right, guys. Well, I hope that gave you some ideas. Again, you got to get this going by postmarked no later than October 5th. I'm so sad to see this ending. I had a lot of fun with this one. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Put this guy, because that way I can just squish it down and not a big deal. Okay. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them there. and I'll see you guys at the next one. I think that's everything. I know I picked up quite a few things and I wasn't even sure what I was bringing or not using and all that. So anyway, bell's ringing. I phone was going off and I was like, okay, you're just wrapping it up. But you know, I do want to say a couple things. So yeah, so have it postmarked by October 5th. Again, you know, I changed it out for this little guy. And whatever you do to package it, if you are only including the 2 swaps, like for your partners that you'll be with, make it so I can open it kind of easily. If you are sending one for me, then, you know, obviously I'm just going to open that one and then the other 2 can stay perfectly intact. But otherwise, you know, I can't be kind of doing a lot of intricate kind of opening, right? And so, yeah, I guess that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. So sad to see this one go. But have fun with it, and I'll see y'all at the next one. Bye now.